Over the years, Tony Brown's Journal has showcased some of the giants of music, the gifted few who mystify us with their mastery of melody. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll share a glimpse of a few of the musical legends who have shared their magic with us through the years.
For this night I pray that a star would guide you my way to share with me this special day where ribbons in the sky for our love.
On February 7, 1883, two former slaves gave birth to James Hubert Blake in Baltimore, Maryland. By his 17th birthday, he'd be a professional musician and piano player. And by 1983, he would have given the world 83 years of his charm, wit, and musical revelations. He created the ragtime, the piano rage of the 1890s, and was the last of the ragtime kings. His first composition was the Charleston Rag, written in a Baltimore bar. In 1978, Eubie, a Broadway musical based on his compositions, became a Broadway hit. Of course, he and Noble Sissle started it all for blacks with Shuffle Along back in 1921. They made Broadway history by writing, directing, and starring in the first all-black musical ever presented on Broadway. It marked the first time in history that blacks were allowed to perform without burnt cork or blackface. Now, when Sissle and Blake did go on Broadway, it was in Shuffle Along.
Yeah, but we were on Broadway before that, in vaudeville. But you didn't count in vaudeville because it didn't count at Broadway because it was now that was right on Broadway at the Palace Theater. See, you play the sticks 2 or 3 days and then you come right into the Palace. See? And that's how we started. Well, let me tell you about that. Was a guy on the stage. Now this is now in Maryland, now, my hometown, and he keeps. We in tuxedos. See? He keeps looking at me like this. Yeah. He says, "Hey, you follow that act?" I said, "I know I follow." Now Sissle's on the other side of the stage. Yeah. So he says, after I look at me again. He says, "Did you hear what I said?" I said, "Sure, I heard what you said. You said, I followed that act." I said, "I know, I'm here, aren't I?" He says, "When are you going to make up?" Now, I know what he was talking about, see. So I played dumb. I said, "Make up?" I said, "We don't make up." He says, What do you mean make up?" He says, "When are you going to put cork on?" I said, "I was born with cork. What, I'm going to spend money to pay for what I've already got?" By that time, the music, "I'm glad that I'm from Dixie," and we went on. See? So when it come up, he says, "Wise guy, wise guy."
What were one of the songs from Shuffle Along that you liked a lot?
Shuffle Along, Love Will Find a Way. You want me to play it?
Yeah.
Love will find a way, though the skies are gray. Love like ours can never be ruled. Cupid's not schooled that way. Dry each tear, dim die. Clouds will soon roll by. Though fate may lead us astray, my darling, mark what I say, love will find a way.